Hello, my friend. My name is Mike Maher. I'm from Take a Deep Breath, and I'm here on the Breath Source talking to you about Heart Month, about Cardiac Month. And if we were going to talk about heart and breath, it would be a bit rude not to talk about heart coherence breath work. So let's go through what it is, how it helps, and then how you can find it in the app and have a really good time. So heart coherence breath work, also known as resonant frequency, ARIA, 5.5 breathing, the perfect breath. Basically, we're slowing down from the 13 or 14 breaths you might be doing every minute, and we're going down to about 5 or 6. 5.5 tends to be the average, but 5 or 6 breaths. We're bringing ourselves down for a little bit of time, and we're breathing in equally. Some people like to do a slower in and a longer out. I like an equal breath, so 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out, a balanced inhale and a balanced exhale. Now, when we breathe this way, lots of things start to happen. The heart starts to beat differently. We're changing the blood flow to the heart. We're also then changing the blood flow to the brain. And what you can see on an EKG, ECG, is you'll see things sync up. You'll see those waves sync up, and we enter a state of coherence. Dr. Alan Watkins, a previous cardiologist, he said that it's not dissimilar from a flow state. Some of the many benefits of this breath work: when we engage the diaphragm in this rhythmic way, we actually take some pressure off the heart. And so the heart can actually become younger, up to 10 years younger. If you practice this breath work for 20 minutes a day for 6 months, people get better at having stress resilience, and they also get better at sleeping, sleep quality, falling asleep. It's a really safe practice. It's really easy. Now, here's what I'm really excited to share. This breathing technique I'm putting on the app was recently on the Andrew Huberman podcast, one of the biggest science podcasts on the planet, millions of followers. And he brought on a guest called Rick Rubin, who is a producer for Beastie Boys, Eminem, Gaga. He was with Johnny Cash, Metallica. I forget, too many big names. And he says on that podcast, my heart rate variability was low, which I'll share in a second. And he used my breath work, and the heart rate variability became higher. So that very breath work track I'm putting into our app, it is nowhere else. If you go into the comments on the Huberman show for this particular episode, everyone's going, which app is it? Which app is it? It's this app. It's the Breath Source app. So I can't wait to share that with you. So let's just talk finally about heart rate variability. So we all know what heartbeats are, how many heartbeats you get in a minute, maybe 50, 60, 70 beats per minute. But the variability is the gap between each of those beats. And you would think, and I used to think, you want them to be exactly the same every time. But that's a metronome. And actually, that's not good, because a heart that's under stress cannot listen very well. And what that means is it can only beat in a metronomic way. A heart that's good at listening, a heart that is good at dealing with stress, that's dealing with all of the things around us all the time, is a good listener. And that heart is able to change beat by beat for what our body needs, what our temperature needs, what our oxygen needs. And so we want a heart rate variability that is high, not low. You can test these things with aura rings and whoops and all these things, or you could just do the breathing, 20 minutes a day of coherence breathing. As Rick Rubin says, it put his heart rate variability up. So why not give that a go now? It's Heart Month. I can't think of a better way than spending your time doing the heart coherence breath work. Thank you for listening to me rabbit on about the heart. I bloody love talking about this stuff. So what you're waiting for, go and find the, I think the link will be down below. If not, you can go into the app and find it under me. But any coherence breath work is truly wonderful. Thank you for watching. Cheers.